Hey, I'm Kevin. Welcome to another challenge, Battle of the Exes 2 recap, and I am very excited because it is a comeback episode, and it is episode number 8, 9. I can't remember right now. But anyways, we start off with everybody in the house feeling ready for the final, and happy because we only have 4 teams left, and at this time, everybody, well, Wes is trying to gather all the vets. I wouldn't like to say vet to vote in Jay and Jen. So basically, Jordan and Sarah are not going to agree with Wes's kind of agreement of the veterans that they're gonna throw in um, Jay and Jenna so they can have a free pass to the finals so they could all face each other. And at this time, of course, Jordan and Sarah are thinking about who can beat them in the final, and the only people that they think that could beat them in a final are Wes and Teresa. So at this point, they are not going to agree with him, and Jordan goes and talks to him. And at this point, he's like, "So why don't you want to agree? Da la 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 la. It's a good thing. Like I'm just saving Jay's ass because he is going to save us so we can all go to the final." Well, no. And I just want to say that Jordan did say in that conversation that Teresa was a bitch. Just that Wes said that Teresa was not a bigger bitch, then he was an asshole. So then kind of Wes is of course pissed off that he doesn't want to join in the agreement. So he goes talks to Leroy and Teresa, and he tells Teresa um, what Jordan had said, and Teresa gets mad because she thought he was an honorable person, and Sarah is at this point mad. She goes and talks to Jordan. It's like, why are you being mean? So then Jordan is like, he's putting words in my mouth, and he goes and it's just Wes versus Jordan, and I think that in this time Wes said the truth, but in a different way, because Jordan did talk bad about Teresa, about how she was considered the queen and she's a bitch and she's just a big bitch, and Wes just rephrased it, but he actually said those words. So at this point, I'm just Team Wes, and I think that then I'm sorry. It is funny how Jordan is saying that Wes is not even in a good shape like he used to be, and Wes is like, I am the only winner in the house with 2 wins. So Wes goes and is like, he is trying to point out my legendary wins. And if this was in another season, I would have hated him. But now I am Team Wes and Teresa all the way. So Jordan, bye bye. So then they get a text from TJ telling them that they had to be in the dome in 20 minutes. And at this point, they don't even know what is going on, and they don't know what to wear because they're like, what if the finals are starting like right now when we get to the dome? So they're all freaked out, and there is something set up in the dome. And at this point, they go in, and TJ is like, you thought you were sending teams home. Well, guess what? You were not. And here they come out, and here is Johnny and Zach coming out, and they seem like they don't have no clue what's going on either. And they tell TJ tells them about the exile thing, and then it's all like, these are the reigning champions of exile, and there's a lot of guesses, and they come out and it's bananas and Nani, and I hate to say it, but Wes's face looks like he just saw a fucking ghost. It was, if he's pale, like he disappeared, like I could not believe Team West and Teresa's face, they were like seriously like whoa. And one of the things that I found funny was when John A and Zach were coming up to the dome, people were clapping, or the teams were clapping, and Zach and Leroy is like, what are you guys clapping for? And I thought that was fun. So then basically they're gonna compete, and then whoever stays in the competition, and there is no more exile game. So basically it is called It Takes Two to Tango or Tango, I don't remember. But basically we have seen this before in Battle of the Seasons, and actually John A was sent home with this same game in Namibia in Battle of the Seasons. So John A has the upper hand. Well, basically, John A and Zach have the upper hand because Zach saw how this worked and John A actually did it. It's basically a structure like a jungle gym, and there's a rope, and they have to tangle the rope all over this jungle gym. So then they're gonna switch jungle gyms, and the teams are going to untangle what the other team tangled, and whoever finish untangling this rope on the jungle gym finishes and wins the exile and comes back to the house. So it seems that when they start, John A has a clear idea of what she wants to do, and she wants to stay on the top of the structure of the jungle gym while so anyways they switch, and at this point these two teams look very very tired, and they look very very sweaty and just like out of it. And it seems that they start, and it seems like John A has everything going down. It seems like she's telling Zach what to do, and at this point it looks like Nani and Johnny don't really know what they're doing. They're just trying to follow. And on the other hand, John A seems like that she's the eyes, like somebody said, that she's the eyes, and Zach is the strength, which is needed because this rope is like freaking huge. And John A and Zach worked well together until right before they kind of get stuck, and because it seems like Zach just wrapping the rope around him and he was tangling himself, so there was a point where he couldn't move. If he moved, he couldn't move with the rope, so he got stuck. And I think that John A said that it was when Zach started telling her what to do and how to do it, when she already had the vision and she already knew what it was going on. So this gives time for Johnny and Banana, oh wait, Johnny and Nani to keep, sorry, to keep going. And just like that, Nani and Johnny win, and I was not surprised. I kind of knew it all along since I saw that Johnny was eliminated, and I even said it here that he was the one to come back because it's just like it was gonna happen. He has the most experience of any of the teams that actually he competed against in the exile, and I was a little bit heartbroken with Zach and Johnny because I was rooting for them, of course, because I didn't want Bananas to go back to the house. Jordan had a feud with Wes, so now he needs somebody at this point, Johnny Bananas, for him to line up and get Wes out. Because he says that enemies bring people together, and I kind of agree with that, but I just hate the idea that this is going to happen later on. So later we get to the house, and Bananas talks to Sarah, are we okay? She's like, yes, we okay. And then Leroy comes up, and Leroy is in a dilemma because he has been working with Wes all along because he had no other ally, and now one of his best allies comes back, and he talks to him. He's like, bro, I gotta tell you. He tells him what I've just told you guys, and Johnny is like, whoa, why are you working with him? Like, I kind of don't even trust you at this point because you're working with him. It's like, dude, you were out of the game. I had no allies. Like, I had to work with what I have. Like, I think that was just fucked up of Johnny to say. Anyways, at this point, Wes trying to come to talk and say, good job to Bananas, and he just won't accept it, and he's just pissed off because he sent him home. And I don't know why he's so bitter about it when he's done so many challenges. He's won like 4 challenges, and if it was the other way around, that he would have done it the same. He would have gotten rid of Wes as soon as possible. So now going back to the challenge, well, Wes said that he's for the first time scared because he actually sent everybody home. He manipulated the whole game for everybody to be sent home. So anyways, in the challenge, it was an easy fast challenge. This was called Wrecking Ball. In this challenge, there was going to be a platform above the water, and it's going to be like a basically it's dodgeball with a huge ball and some other little balls around them. So basically they just could it's just about knocking people out of the platform, and at this point Naya is really scared of heights, and she cannot even get to the platform they had to do, so she just drops up. And of course at this point Johnny, Bananas, and Jordan and everybody's going against Teresa and Wes, and they're the first ones down, and they're going to the dome. Leroy decides, you know what, I'm tired, I'm just gonna jump off. Seems like Leroy says that he feels so comfortable because those 2 guys are gonna save his ass. So it is up to 3 people: Jordan, Bananas, and Jenna. And then Bananas just this pushes the wrecking ball, and he acts like he falls, and he falls, and it's all up to Jordan and Jenna. And at this point he says he does it because he doesn't want to take that big decision, and I'm like, are you serious? You Of course Jordan the wins. And before that we have a scene where Sarah says that she's not gonna be no nice girl anymore. So what's gonna happen? Let's take a look at what's gonna happen next. At this point the hatred between Jordan and Wes has taken its toll, and Jordan just wants to take Wes out of the game no matter what. And he's like, I'm not gonna send Jay and Jenna to do the job for me. I'm not gonna send Bananas and Nani because they're my allies. So who is left? Naya and Leroy. Naya already knows that she's going in. Why? She thinks that she is friends with Jordan, but they have a really big past on the real world Portland. They start like flirting, and then it turns something to like, I'ma beat you up with a fucking nap. Just up to this. And Leroy kinda knows what's going on as he is sitting down. He's like, I don't have a good feeling, I'm such an idiot. And he was played, he was literally played. Basically they're like, okay, I'm not gonna, first of all, I can put the ship to do Alliance work. And Leroy's like, you done? Okay, no more, I'm done. Okay, I'm going in, let's roll. And Naya was like, okay, no. So she starts bickering with Jordan. She's like a wreck right now. Now it is nominations, and this is where everything just gets to the tip. It's just very good. So in the dome, Teresa and Wes versus Naya and Leroy, and at this point I'm fucking heartbroken because I really wanted these 2 couples to actually make it to the final. So anyways, Naya is gonna take this time to clear everything that she has in her mind. She's gonna speak, and she's basically yelling and saying, this is not Naya, this is Hurricane Naya, I'm sorry, that Jordan is scared that he is gonna be beaten in the finals by Wes and Teresa, and that's why he needs to send them in. That he is scared because he wants to save Jay and Jenna for the finals when they should not be going to the finals because they are snobs, with no offense, like she says, and that Bananas and Johnny should have gone in because they're the comeback couple, and that they do not kind of deserve it because they were not here for all the challenges. And if it was any other, like this is me, if it was any other people or couple coming back, it would have been them no matter what. So at this point Johnny steps in. Naya versus Johnny, Bananas, and she's like, guess what? I beat your ass and this and that and la la la. I beat the champion. You gotta sleep with that. And this is when Nani steps in. It's like, I never said I was a champion. And Naya is not gonna take anything. And she's like, you? Yes, you are the champion, but you are the champion of sucking cock. I think that was the most funny thing that I could have ever watched. And I'm saying this low, but this is actually going that the way Naya is saying it is like bah, 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 bah. Like, and Jordan is like, this is the real Naya, the Naya I know, the Naya I hate. And this is the Naya I love, and that has been tamed, and now the hurricane is back. And Nani steps up, and this is when Naya steps up, and that's the episode to be continued. But I have to add that I found funny that at this point TJ is just like, it's just like this when, and I remember in other confrontations he's like, okay, wait until I'm not here, and it's just funny. So, anyways, at this point, I agree, and I love Naya for actually stepping up to these people. I just thought it was funny about the champion of sucking cock, but I do not condone the rest of calling coleslaw and everything else. I think is wrong. But I don't know who I want to cheer for. I just want to cheer for Wes and Teresa so they can beat Banani in the final, and I want to cheer Nia and Leroy because they're fucking Nia and Leroy. That's why. So thanks for watching. See you later, alligators. Bye bye.